Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in the solar system. It is very difficult to see Mercury because it is very close to the Sun. It is made up of rocks. It means it has hard surface and it has a large number of craters. On the surface of the Mercury, you can see large number of craters. So it takes 59 days for one rotation. 59 Earth days. It means one day on Earth equal to the 59 days on Mercury. It takes 88 days Earth days for one revolution because the orbit is short. Because of short orbit, within 88 days it completes its one revolution around the Sun. Next, about temperature. The daytime temperature on Mercury is about 427 degrees Celsius. The temperature is very high because of slow rotation. It means most of the time one hemisphere of the Mercury is facing towards the Sun. So that why the temperature is very high. Daytime temperature is very high. At the same time, in another part, in another side, the temperature is very low. That is minus 180 degrees Celsius. Least temperature is recorded in another side. Because of this slow rotation, one hemisphere of the Mercury faces Sun. That leads to the high temperature. Next, it has no moons. It has no moon. Next is about Venus. So, Venus is the hottest and the brightest planet in our solar system. Earth and Venus are similar in size. It is almost same size as Earth. So, it is visible before sunrise and after the sunset. You can also visible the Venus. You can see the Venus before sunrise, otherwise after the sunset. It looks like a bright star. It takes 243 days for one rotation. 243 days. It means one day on Earth equal to 243 days on Venus. Slow rotation. Its rotation is very slow. Next, 225 days for one revolution. See, the rotation and the revolution periods are almost same. Even after completing one revolution around the Sun, it will not complete its one rotation. The rotation is very slow. Next, about temperature. So, the temperature is 464 degrees Celsius on Venus. The temperature is very high when compared to the Mercury. Mercury is 427 degree and on Venus this is here 464 degrees Celsius. Because of the slow rotation. Because of the slow rotation, so most of the days, so one hemisphere faces Sun. So that leads to the higher temperature on the Venus. And it has no moon like Mercury. Why it would not support life like Earth does? Why it can't support life like Earth does? So, first of all, the dense atmosphere found on Venus. The atmosphere is very dense and it mainly consists of carbon dioxide. That is about 96%. So that will not support life. The next one is because of the higher percentage of carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that it traps the heat and it will not allow the heat to escape into the space. So that leads to the increase in the temperature. The extreme temperature is due to its slow rotation One is higher percentage of the carbon dioxide, extreme temperature and absence of water would not support life on the Venus. Next is about Earth. The Earth is a unique planet in the solar system. It is unique planet in the solar system because most of the factors which supports life on the Earth. It takes 24 hours for one rotation, 365 days for one revolution, and the temperature plus 58 degrees Celsius, that is daytime temperature, even somewhere we can find. And the least temperature is minus 89 degrees Celsius. In some places we find least temperature, that is minus degrees. Next, it has only one moon and named as moon. And many factors which supports life on the Earth. The first one, favorable atmosphere consisting higher percentage of oxygen. Next, presence of water on the Earth and moderate temperature which supports life on the Earth. And another one important factor is its ideal location. It is located in such a place, so all the factors are favorable to the life. Next is mass. Mass is next to the Earth. It is bigger than the Mercury and lesser than the Venus and Earth in size. It is bigger than the Mercury. It looks red in color because of presence of iron oxide on the surface of the Mars. It has two moons. One is Phobos and another one is Deimos. It takes 24 hours for one rotation like Earth. Same rotation. Earth and Mars, same rotation period. 24 hours. Next, it takes 687 days for one revolution because of lengthy orbit. Next, about temperature. So, the daytime temperature is plus 20 degrees Celsius and the nighttime temperature is minus 125 degrees Celsius. So that why it is called as cool planet, because the temperature, low temperature is found on the Mars. And many such factors are there. In future, they can support the life. It can support the life in future. All the possibilities are there. First one, good atmosphere. Next one, favorable temperature. And next, the presence of water on the Mars. Because near South Pole, so scientists discovered ice caps. So presence of water, favorable atmosphere, favorable temperature. So all the factors, favorable factors are there which supports life in future. There may be a possibility. So Mars is one of the important planet. So in future it became habitable for the life. The next, another one is Jupiter. Up to here we discussed about inner planets. Next we are going to discuss about outer planets. The next planet is Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. It is made up of gases, hydrogen, helium and even other gases. Its gravity is so strong, whatever things entering into the Jupiter's atmosphere, everything is disappeared in the Jupiter. So its gravity is so strong. So its mass is 2 times bigger than the collective mass of all the planets. So its mass is 2 times bigger than the collective mass of all the planets. Next, Its diameter is 11 times bigger than the Earth. So that was big planet. It takes 10 hours for one rotation. So the rotation is very fast here. Even it is lesser than the Earth's period. Earth takes 24 hours for one rotation. Jupiter takes just 10 hours for one rotation. Next, it takes 12 years for one revolution because of the lengthy orbit. Next, the temperature that is -108 degrees Celsius. So that why outer planets are all cool planets, cold planets. And it has 67 moons. Still, many moons are discovered, but those are not named officially. So among these moons, 4 famous moons are there. So those famous moons are called as Galilean moons. Why? Because these moons are discovered by Galileo Galilei in 1610. So in his name, these moons are called. So those are Ganymede, Io, Europa and Callisto. Ganymede is the biggest satellite in the solar system. It is bigger than the Mercury. It is bigger than the Mercury. So it is the biggest satellite in the solar system. The next is Io. Io is the volcanic satellite. Many volcanoes are erupting frequently on the surface of the Io. Next is Europa. So ice-crusted ocean we can find on the surface of the Europa. It has ice-crusted ocean. Next is Callisto. It has a large number of craters. So 4 famous moons are also called as Galilean moons. Another one great feature about Jupiter is great red spot near equator. You can see the great red spot on the surface of the Jupiter. This is nothing but giant storm which blowing heavily in heavy speed. So that is nothing but giant storm. So outer planets are called as giant planets. Next is about Saturn. Saturn is lesser in size when compared to the Jupiter. It is the most beautiful planet in the solar system due to its rings. It has bright rings near equator which is made up of ice, dust and gases. Due to its rings, it looks beautiful. It is also made up of gases. It takes 11 hours for one rotation. Almost same like Jupiter. Jupiter takes 10 hours, Saturn takes 11 hours for one rotation. The rotation is very fast. The next is it takes 29 years for one revolution because of the lengthy orbit. The next, temperature -138 degrees Celsius. So that why these are called as cold planet because they are very far away from the sun. Next, like Jupiter, it has large number of moons. So this is all about the Saturn. The next is Uranus. Uranus is the 7th planet from the sun. It also has rings like Saturn. These rings are divided into inner and outer rings. It is pale blue in color that shows presence of methane. And Uranus also called as ice giant. It takes 17 hours for one rotation and 84 years for one revolution around the sun because of the lengthy orbit. And the temperature is minus 197 degrees Celsius. So that why it is called as ice giant. So because of they are very far away from the sun, so the temperature is minus degrees, minus 197 degrees Celsius. It has 27 moons. It is also made up of gases, hydrogen, helium, even other gases, and methane clouds are also found in the atmosphere of the Uranus. Another great feature about Uranus, that is, it is tilted 90 degrees. Our Earth is tilted just 23.5 degrees, but Uranus is tilted 90 degrees. It spins on its side. It spins on its side. So when normal planet, the North Pole and the South Pole are on the top and at the bottom. But Uranus poles are on either side, North Pole and South Pole. It is tilted 90 degrees. When it revolves around the sun, it looks like a rolling ball. So like it is tilted. That is one of the special feature about Uranus. And it is pale blue in color, that shows the presence of methane in the atmosphere of the Uranus. Next is about Neptune. Uranus and Neptune are same in size. Both are called as ice giants. This is also made up of gases. It looks bright blue in color. It is very cold and windy one. The dark blue color is, it means it shows the presence of methane in the atmosphere of the Neptune. Another one great feature is wind blows heavily on this planet. It blows 900 km per hour. More than 900 km per hour. It takes 16 hours for one rotation. Next, it takes 165 years for one revolution around the sun. See, 165 years for one revolution. So, such a lengthy orbit is there. Next, the temperature is minus 201 degree Celsius. 201 degree, minus 201 degree Celsius. It has 14 moons. So, Uranus and Neptune are same in size. Both are called as ice giants. So, when we look at about these planets, so first four inner planets have separate features, and next outer planets have separate features. All outer planets rotation is very fast, revolution is very lengthy, so the temperature increase in minus degree, and all these outer planets have large number of moons. So up to now we discussed about the planets. Children, now we learned about planets. We know many details about planets. So you also prepare the same chart consisting rotation period, revolution period, temperature, about moon.